Hey Leo, we're here for your weekly tarot love reading for October 27th through to November 2nd. So very happy Halloween if you are celebrating Halloween this week. I am personally very excited. I love Halloween. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to dress up as on Friday, but I got a couple of ideas and I am curious to hear what you guys are doing. Do you celebrate? Are you carving pumpkins? Are you doing anything fun? Are you excited about all of the candy? So yeah, anyway, just wanted to say happy Halloween to anyone out there who is celebrating Halloween this week. I hope it's spooky and lovely for you, Leo. So this reading today is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And of course, for any of you lovely cross watchers dealing with a Leo romantically, I do always like to remind you guys, it is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what works, leave the rest, all that good stuff. So we're gonna jump in, Leo, and we're gonna see what could be coming towards you this week when it comes to love. First message coming out for Leo says, clock. Needing time, cycles and takes time to heal and progression. Okay, so here's the thing. I kind of feel like things might not be moving at the pace that you're hoping for this week. Something could be moving slower than you expected. Somebody could be taking their time. Maybe you're in a bit of a situation romantically where it feels that the energy between the two of you is a bit stalled this week. So let's see, tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo. The Death card. The relationship is over. No second chances. Growing and transforming. What's dead is dead. My goodness. Happy Halloween, Leo. This is an intense card. I have pulled it before on my channel. It's almost like a little too intense for me. It's such a heavy energy. It really suggests that there's something going on in your love life this week where there's a finality. There's an energy of like, I am fed up. I'm over this. I'm frustrated. I don't want to play these games anymore. And I feel like what's going on here, Leo, given the first card, which is the clock card, I kind of feel like some of you are getting really, really, really frustrated with a person who's been dragging their feet. So I think if you're connecting with the energy for this week, unfortunately, I think you've been dealing with somebody who has just been slow to commit, wishy-washy, not sure what they want, telling you they always need more time, they're not ready yet, just give me more time, Leo. And I kind of feel like you're getting sick and tired of waiting around and you're like, I'm not gonna wait around forever. If you're not gonna step up, then it's over. So I almost feel like this week you could be reaching a bit of a breaking point energy where you're like sick and tired of this person's behavior and you're kind of like, I'm over it. Very interesting. Tell me more about what could be coming toward Leo. Picture, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories. Okay, well, buckle up, Leo, because I think we're in for a very interesting ride this week. Here's what I think could be going on. So let's break it down. I might be a little bit sassy in this reading, but we'll see how it goes. I think there's someone who, let's just say for lack of a better word, has been stringing you along, okay? Like I said, they've been slow to commit. They've been taking their time. They've been dragging their heels. I think you're getting sick of it. I think that you're getting to the point where you're like, I'm not gonna wait for you forever. I'm not just gonna sit around day after day after day after day, hoping that at one point you're gonna wake up and realize that I'm amazing. You know what I mean? Now, here's where things get interesting. I think that you might be creating a fair amount of distance. Like you could even be saying this to your person. Like, I'm fed up. If you don't want to be with me, don't be with me. I don't care. I'm over it. We're done. So you might be saying something like that to them, Leo. Now, the interesting thing is how they respond. Because what I could see happening here is that you are like, we're over. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then almost immediately they start realizing how much they miss you, right? So it's like you push them away and you set a boundary and you're finally over it. And then all of a sudden, now they want to come around. Now they want to commit. Now they want to start telling you, I love you, I miss you, I want to be with you, Leo. And the reason I'm being a little bit sassy is because this is quite frustrating. And I feel like this is your energy that I'm picking up on because it's like, I could see you thinking here, why now? I've wanted you to commit for so long. The minute I finally tell you that it's over and it's done between the two of us, that's when you finally want to step it up. And so it's like, why didn't you do that earlier? Why didn't you just like, give into our relationship earlier, explore our connection, allow us to be together? It feels like you've constantly been resisting, but then the minute that I say that I'm done, all of a sudden you want me. That's the energy that I'm getting, Leo. And I know it's kind of specific, so take it or leave it. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but it's definitely a bit of an frustrating space to be. So here's what we're gonna do. For the rest of the reading, we're gonna look more at this person and we're gonna look more at you. So let's look at their energy this week. It's a little bit scary, you know, we're definitely feeling the vibes of Halloween. So we'll look at their energy, their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what actions they could be taking. I will look at the same thing for you, and then we'll look at the potential outcome. Let's see where it goes. Tell me about this person who is here for Leo. All right. First card coming out is the Emperor. This is Aries energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Here's the thing. I think your person likes to come across very confident, but I think that maybe there's a bit of ego, maybe a lot of ego that could be coming into play here. This is someone who's like overly confident that they can get you back, overly confident that they could maybe just waltz back into your life whenever they want. Let's see where it goes. Tell me more, please. Oh, we got 2 cards. Interesting. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so 2 of Pentacles came out first. Ace of Pentacles came out second. 2 of Pentacles. Guess what that is? It's a card of someone who doesn't know what they want. It's a card of somebody weighing their options. It's a card of somebody being in limbo, which is like what we've been talking about, right? It's that energy with the clock where it's like, I don't really know, Leo. Like, let's just give it more time. Let's just kind of see where things go. And so I think this is validating if you've been feeling that this person hasn't been committing. The 2 of Pentacles is like, yeah, they've been on the fence, Leo. They haven't been sure. That's why they've been back and forth. Now, the interesting thing is we do have the Ace of Pentacles following the 2 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is about a brand new beginning. It is about a fresh start. It does tend to be associated with somebody who wants to prove their loyalty and devotion. So it's fitting with a bit of the theme that we're getting today, where I'm like, you pull back after they've been wishy-washy with that 2 of Pentacles back and forth. And then the minute that you pull back your energy, all of a sudden they're coming towards you with that Ace of Pentacles, right? And they're like, oh, now I'm ready to commit. So I do think you could definitely see them coming towards you this week with this energy, Leo, like begging for you back, like, take me back. We're going to be together. Everything's going to be great. I feel a bit agitated, and I really just think it's because I keep getting the message, like, why now? And maybe this is what you're asking yourself, like, why? Why did it have to get to the point where I had to literally push you away and walk away for you to step up and be who I need you to be? So I'm getting a lot of frustration potentially coming from you. Like, on the one hand, maybe you're like, okay, it's nice that they want to commit now, sure, but like, why did you make me jump through hoops? Hello. This is my little kitty cat, Fiona. She's come here to say happy Halloween. Haven't you, Fiona? What are you going to be? My cats are not huge fans of being in costumes. Although, side note, I did one year put her in the most adorable hot dog costume. That was very cute, wasn't it? Anyway, little bit of a distraction here maybe to lighten the mood. Fiona's just decided to come in and say hello. Okay, so let's see what they could be feeling this week. Let's get back to it. Ace of Cups. Wow. I mean, 4 cards for your person, 2 aces. It fits with what I've been saying, Leo, about them, you know, coming towards you, maybe opening up emotionally, saying they want a fresh start. Okay, tell me more about what they could be feeling this week. The Fool. Holy shit, Leo. This is kind of bananas here. There is a lot of new energy for your person. I have pulled 5 cards, and I would say 3 of these cards are about a fresh start, a new beginning. Give me another chance, Leo. Take a leap of faith. Let me prove my love to you. I think they're coming in with a bit of a hard sell. Like, I don't know. It almost feels now that when you set a hard boundary and say enough is enough, I'm not staying in this undefined situation or situationship, I want more, it's over. It's like as soon as you set that boundary and you say what you will and will not tolerate, it's like they immediately spring into action and now they're doing everything that they can to try to win you back. Tell me more about what they could be feeling this week, the Magician. I don't love that. Okay, let's talk about this. So here's the thing, you guys. The Magician is a person who does tricks. That's what a magician does. You know, they pull the rabbit out of the hat and all that business. And so I get a little bit worried, especially when we've had the energy of somebody who's been back and forth, somebody who hasn't known what they want. You know, I see them coming towards you very strongly, wanting a fresh start and a new beginning. The Magician feels like a little bit of a warning, Leo. So just kind of take it or leave it. But it's saying like, watch out for illusions, because what I'm intuitively feeling here is that your person's gonna try to say and do all of the right things to get you back. And they might mean it. Like, I'm not saying they're trying to be malicious or they're outright lying, but sometimes I feel like when we're trying to win somebody back, we might make all these promises that we may or may not follow through on. So I think your person's trying to put on a good front here. I think they're going to be saying a lot of things to show you like, I want to win you back. Only time will tell if those promises materialize, okay? Yeah, I'm also getting the message with the magician lying to themselves. And what I'm picking up on here is somebody who might be unsure about what they want, right? And that's not about you. If somebody is unsettled, if somebody doesn't know what they're looking for, if somebody is like disconnected from themselves, they might in their heart truly feel like they want to be with you, but something could be holding them back. So I'm getting like something about them lying to themselves. I don't know, guys. Like, let me know if that connects, but I feel but it doesn't feel malicious, to be clear. I don't think they're like telling you an outright lie, but there's something where they need to be honest with themselves about what they want and what they're looking for. Because I think that there's a lack of consistency here showing up in your person's behavior, and that has to come from somewhere. So I feel they need to be honest about why they've been so inconsistent with you and why they haven't been able to commit. And I almost feel like you need the answer to that too. Like, if they're coming around and they're like, now I want to be with you, now I want a fresh start, I want everything to be great, I think you're going to want to understand, again, why now, you know? What shifted, what changed so that you now realize you want to be with me? Okay, let's see what actions they could be taking this week. The Judgment card, literally like begging for forgiveness and second chances. Okay, we've already covered that, but just confirming. Tell me more, please. The Six of Wands, they're really trying to win you back. I think they're going to be saying things like, you know, if you take me back, I know we'll be good. I know we'll be good together, Leo. I know it'll be amazing. I know everything will be fabulous. Tell me more, please. And the Sun, maybe you're dealing with another Leo romantically. Whoever you're dealing with though, Leo, I think that honestly, it does look like they're coming towards you very strongly, indicating they want a fresh start this week. I think they're going to be trying to do things to make you happy, right? The Sun is typically someone who wants to make us smile, wants to bring joy into our lives, wants to make us smile. So I do think they're coming in asking for forgiveness and trying to do things to make you happy and to show that they can make you happy. So it's kind of interesting because on the one hand, I do think that they're genuinely trying to get you back, but I also feel that Magician is just saying like they're going to have to take a good hard look at why it took them so long to get to this point. Like, there's just something here that I'm wondering about where it's like, why did it take you having to walk away for them to finally commit? Okay, I feel like having the answer to that is important. It feels significant to me. I don't know why, Leo. So yeah, okay, let's look at you. Tell me about Leo's energy this week, please. King of Swords, okay? So we've got you trying to be very clear-headed, very decisive. I think you're going to be asking a lot of questions. That is good, in my personal opinion, because when you're dealing with a situation where somebody's been back and forth and non-committal, I do think that you want to understand like what's up. And this is the theme of the reading where I'm like, they're coming back and it's like, why now? So I feel like you, with the first card as the King of Swords, is saying you want to ask the questions. You want to have the hard conversations. You want to understand what they're thinking and feeling and why they're now suddenly like ready to commit to you. Tell me more, please. The Five of Wands, but you're conflicted, which honestly makes a ton of sense. I would be surprised if you weren't conflicted, right? So to me, it's kind of like there's this internal battle going on where you're like, okay, it is nice that they're now showing up and actively pursuing me, but it has taken them a while and they have strung me along. They've given me mixed messages. They've spent a fair amount of time not being sure about what they want. So on the one hand, you might feel like, okay, they're finally saying they want to be with me. That feels good. I want that. But you can't forget the fact that it almost feels like they've made you work for it a little bit. Tell me more about Leo's energy, please. The Seven of Pentacles. I like that actually a lot. Seven of Pentacles is a very patient energy. I feel like this could indicate that you're willing to hear them out, right? You're willing to have conversations with that King of Swords, and then you're going to see how it goes. It fits with what I was saying before, where I'm like, they might say a lot of things, but only time will tell if they follow through. Because to me, if they come around and now they're fully committing to you and they're making you these promises and they follow up on those promises and they follow through, I mean, that's good, right? It shows that they're taking positive steps. But if they, in the moment this week, are making you promises and then, you know, as the next couple of weeks go on, next couple of months, you don't really see them following through, that's a different scenario. So I feel like you're open, and you're also going to see how it goes. Maybe open and cautious is the right way to say it. Tell me what else, or tell me what Leo could be feeling. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. You're wondering like, okay, should I invest in this? Is this worth putting my time and energy into? And if I do I feel like there's a future here? Queen of Swords. That's fascinating, you guys. I mean, I've pulled 5 cards for you, and we've got the King and the Queen of Swords. I think for anything to possibly even move forward between the two of you, you got questions. You need answers, okay? And I feel like the tarot is saying, ask the questions, get the answers, and then see how you feel about it. Tell me more about what Leo could be feeling. The Tower. Oh, okay. Literally when I pulled this card, hello, Fiona's back. Literally when I pulled the Tower card, the word trust like flashed into my brain. Okay, Leo. And hello. And I think what immediately came to mind here is part of you is like, yes, I'm open. We can have a conversation. We can see how it goes. But the Tower is like a huge, huge, huge shakeup. And I'm getting fear associated with this card, Leo. And what I'm getting is like you wondering, if I trust them, if I give them my heart, if I explore this, am I putting myself in a position where it could all come crashing down, right? So I think that's a bit of the fear that's happening. It's like part of you might want to wait and see and give them a chance, but part of you is like, can I trust them? Because if you resonate with what I've been saying, where they've been inconsistent and non-committal, and now all of a sudden you're seeing a huge turnaround where they want to commit, like it might be fine. Maybe they go through this huge turnaround and you guys move forward and you're very happy. But I think there's a hesitancy here because you're like, okay, they haven't been committing before though. So now that they're suddenly wanting to commit, come on, baby. Okay, Fiona. Now that they're suddenly like here and they're wanting to commit, like I said, there's probably part of you that's like, I want to believe it. I want to give myself to this connection, but you're scared of like having everything fall apart with that Tower. It goes back to that conflict that I was talking about with the 5 of Wands, that inner conflict about what you want to do here. Fiona really wants to say hi to you guys today. She's trying to lighten the mood in a little bit of a heavier reading. So a lot of you leave me so many cute comments when Fiona comes into the videos, and they're like, Fiona is my confirmation. So maybe there is something in this reading that connects for you, and Fiona is here to confirm it for you. You know, she's cute. Oh, she's going after the pumpkins. Yep, this is my life. So I attempt to decorate for Halloween every year, and I have learned I can't really do that. So I brought the pumpkins out for the video, but they won't stay there for long. My cats literally, like, they pick them up by the pumpkin stem and they run around my house. I go everywhere. There's pumpkins everywhere, like these little fake pumpkins that I buy, like decorative. And it's like a pumpkin festival in my house, you know? They go crazy over these fake pumpkins. They love to like fling them around the house and play with them. So the pumpkins will probably not be in many other videos because they will not stay on the shelf. Okay, let's see what actions you could be taking this week. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, 3 of Pentacles is a card of working through the issues, supporting each other. So like I said, I do think you're open to this, but you're being cautious. Tell me more. 6 of Cups. There could be a lot of history between you guys. That does sometimes keep us holding on, which makes sense to me, right? When you've had a lot of good moments with somebody, when you've had a lot of memories, not so easy to just walk away and forget it, right? So I think it makes sense that you're looking at this from the perspective of, could we salvage this? We have had good moments. We have had good times. Could we potentially build back to something beautiful? Tell me more, please. And then the 10 of Wands. But there's obviously a tremendous amount of emotional baggage and heaviness surrounding this connection. And you're like, okay, that's got to be dealt with. Like, I think this plays into the trust, where I was like, you got to feel like you can trust this person. And because there's so much baggage between the two of you due to their actions, there would have to be some way to clear that and address that in order for you to feel comfortable moving forward. So I think that's also something that you're probably talking to them about, like, explain why now, what happened, like, what's been going on. And you want to get all that information to help lift some of the heaviness that's surrounding the connection here. So moment of truth. Let's see what the potential outcome is. That's interesting. 8 of Cups. I don't even have to say anything. The imagery is literally a person walking away. Maybe some of you guys are like, nah, no thanks. Tell me more, please. The 9 of Wands. It's tough. The 9 of Wands is being tested, right? It's like trying to fight for the relationship, but feeling like you're climbing uphill, which is what the person in the 9 of Wands does. Tell me more. And then the Page of Cups. It's interesting. I'll tell you 2 different ways I could look at this. The first one is you try to walk away, but they keep coming back. Like, the message I'm getting is if you say, no, I don't want to be with you, they're going to try again. That's one of the messages I'm getting, because it's like, you might walk away and they're like, okay, but I'm going to keep fighting for you. Because how sometimes, like, when you break up with somebody and then they want to get you back and you say no and they keep trying. That's the vibe I'm getting here a little bit. It's like, they're not going to listen to no the first time. Like, if you say, I don't want to talk, they're going to give it a week, and then they might text you again and be like, are you ready to talk now? I am getting a bit of a persistent energy where it's like you walk away and they're like, but I still want to fight for you. They're still reaching out to you with that Page of Cups. They're still trying to get you back. And then you can kind of decide if you want to explore that. I don't know. This is interesting. It's like, you might really try to walk away, but if they're persistent enough, maybe you do decide to give them a chance and see where it goes, right? The other way, the second way that I feel this energy is that, like I said, you want to walk away with that 8 of Cups because you're like, this is too hard. Like, I feel it's too much of an uphill battle. And you might be like, I'd rather just walk towards somebody new. Because the Page of Cups could also represent potentially someone new coming in, maybe a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, who's catching your attention. And you're like, I would rather explore that. I would rather, be with someone new where there isn't all this history and all this baggage. So I think you're going to have a big decision to make, but it does feel like you're very much out the door at this point, Leo. So the question is whether or not they can do enough to get you to come back to them. And it's going to be up to you to decide if that's even something that you want to entertain. So very, very interesting turn of events that I could see happening this week. Good luck. I'm going to leave it there for you, Leo. If you enjoyed this reading, you know what to do. Give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Happy Halloween. Wishing you guys so much love and happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.